Well, hello. Thank you for joining me for Our Year in the Word 2021, brought to you by Living Acts 29 Ministries. Today, we've gotten to Mark chapter 5, and I will be reading out of the American Standard Version. Let's begin. And they came to the other side of the sea, into the country of the Garaneses. And when he was come out of the boat, straightway there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling in the tombs. And no man could any more bind him, no, not even with a chain, because he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been rent asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. And no man had the strength to tame him. And always, night and day, in the tombs and in the mountains, he was crying out and cutting himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. And crying out with a loud voice, he saith, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High God? I adjourn thee by God, torment me not. For he said unto him, Come forth, unclean spirit, out of the man. And he asked him, What is your name? And he said to him, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him that he would not send him away out of the country. Now there was there on the mountainside a great herd of swine feeding. And they besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And he gave them leave. And the unclean spirits came out and entered into the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep and into the sea, in number about 2,000. And they were drowned in the sea. And they that fed them fled, and told the city and in the country. And they came to see what it was that had come to pass. They came to Jesus, and to behold him that was possessed by demons, stirring, clothed, and in his right mind, even him that had a legion. And they were afraid. And they saw it declared unto them how it befell him that was possessed with demons, and concerning the swine. And they began to beseech him to depart from their borders. And as he was entering into the boat, he that had been possessed with demons besought him that he might be with him. And he suffered him not, but saith unto him, Go to that house and unto thy friends, and tell them how great the things the Lord hath done for thee, and how he had mercy on thee. And he went his way, and began to publish in the Decapolis how great things Jesus had done for him, and all men marveled. And when Jesus had crossed over again in the boat unto the other side, a great multitude was gathered unto him, and he was by the sea. And there cometh out of the rulers of the synagogue Jairus by name, and seeing him, he fell at his feet and beseeched him much, saying, My little daughter is at the point of death. I pray thee that thou come to lay hands on her, that she may be made whole and live. And he went with him, and a great multitude followed, and they thronged him. And a woman who had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing bettered, but grew worse, having heard the things concerning Jesus, came in the crowd behind, and touched his garment. For she said, If I touch but his garments, I shall be made whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her plague. And straightway Jesus perceived in himself that power proceeded from him, and gone forth, turned about into the crowd, and said, Who touched my garments? And his disciples said unto thee, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, Who has touched me? And he looked round to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what had been done to her, came and fell down before him, and told him the truth. And he said unto her, Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace, and be whole of thy plague. While he yet spake, they came from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying, "Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest the teacher any further?" But Jesus, not heeding the word spoken, said to the ruler of the synagogue, "Fear not, only believe." And when he suffered, and he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter and James and John, the brother of James. And they came to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and beholdeth a tumult, and many weeping and wailing greatly. And when he entered in, he saith to them, "Make thy a tumult, and weep. Why? The child is not dead, but sleepeth." And they laughed him to scorn. But he, having put them all forth, taketh the father of the child and her mother, and them that were with him, and go to where the child was. Taking the child by the hand, he saith unto her, "Talitha cumi," which is, being interpreted, "Damsel, I say to you, arise." Straightway the damsel rose up and walked, for she was 12 years old. And they were amazed straightway with great amazement. And he charged them much that no man should know this. And he commanded that something should be given her to eat. Thank you for joining me today for Mark chapter 5. Join us tomorrow as we enter Mark chapter 6. Thank you for joining us daily for Our Year in the Word 2021. We look forward to doing this each and every day for you. Have a great day.